Honestly, I don't think I can tell y'all the last time Rich the Kid dropped an actual like full studio project. I think it was whenever he dropped like what was his last album called? I think it was like Boss Man or something like that, or like Life as a Boss, something like that. It wasn't that good, so I don't really remember. There was some decent songs, like Red was a good song. Um, excuse me, I remember that song with Lil TJ not being that bad. I think there was a song with Future on there that was pretty good. A song with Lil Baby that was pretty good. You know, that was kind of a mid album, nothing really crazy. I remember liking the song with Quavo too, but Rich the Kid, I feel like has shown that he can drop really good music. Like the first World Is Yours is a really good album. I don't know where like that happened, and then all of a sudden he drops like The World Is Yours too, which is obviously a downgrade. But it's not bad. I don't think The World Is Yours too is an awful. I honestly kind of like it. I like it. I like the song with Tory Lanez. I like the song with Offset and Big Sean a lot. Two Cups is what it's called. And then what's that song with Takeoff and Lil Pump? What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? Rockets maybe. The Young Thug and Gunna had a good song, good song on that album. Like, okay, now to be fair, I did just list every song with feature. That album had Splashin' on it, y'all. Y'all can't tell me Splashin's a bad song. Splashin' is a good song, guys. Like, he has shown he can drop a good album, but then it has went farther and farther downhill. I honestly thought it was on like kind of a higher up because he was kind of getting back with that whole like that Rich Forever gang, you know, that Jay Critch and Famous Dex. The song they dropped together wasn't that bad. You know, it was actually pretty good. It made me think they could maybe like all three of them might be about to get to doing something. And then Rich the Kid is on Carnival, which, I mean, his part is fine. I don't think it was that good. It is kind of crazy now thinking that Rich the Kid has a number one song now, which I don't. What's a rapper that doesn't have a number one hit? I don't think. Does J. Cole have a number one hit? Oh, yeah, he has First Person Shooter. There is probably some, like, way better rapper than Rich the Kid that doesn't have a number one hit now. But he does, you know? That's kind of crazy to me to admit. But this new project, Life's a Gamble, it's... I feel like calling it bad isn't a good representation of how I actually feel about it. Because it's not bad, but it's not good. It's boring. It is such a boring album. I've always been a person that thinks Rich the Kid is kind of overhated, but at the same time, I don't think he's good. I wouldn't go out of my way to say he's just outright bad, but I definitely think, I mean, he's one of the rappers of all time. You know, he's kind of just boring. He does the same thing over and over again, like DaBaby. DaBaby's new music, actually now his new music is awful, but excuse me, here and there, like whenever DaBaby, let's be honest, was starting to fall off, I was like, none of these songs are really bad. It's just, you know, DaBaby's kind of getting boring. Rich the Kid has been boring, and he has continued to get more boring. All right, he has. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Like, he has never changed his entire career. I seen someone, like, this is how I know that sometimes these Twitter pages are absolutely getting paid to do promotion even though they claim they're not to. Or, like, they claim they don't. Someone had posted, and this is, I don't remember his name. He was like, it's crazy seeing, like, Rich the Kid's creative evolution. Now, to be fair, this was probably a sarcastic tweet. Actually, the more I think about it, probably a sarcastic tweet. If it wasn't, then he was paid to say it. But, like, it was like creative evolution 6 years, like, between 6 years. Like, from The World Is Yours 1 to Life's a Gamble. Literally none. If anything, it's got less. Like, it's got worse. The songs are not as well constructed. Like, just, he feels like he's just, like, saying the same thing. I don't know, which I feel like The World Is Yours is kind of like that. But it's just, it was different. It was funner. It's almost like he knew it. Like, he owned up to it. You know? That's back when he felt fun, I guess. And now he's not really anymore. Like, as someone who enjoyed, like I said, I just read that for my notes. Whoopsie. It's the same album over and over again. This album is the same song over and over again. and it still manages to seem unfinished. Why are so many songs below 2 minutes? That's really weird. Now 17 songs and your album is below 40 minutes? Really? The only songs that are really above 2 minutes, besides like 2 solo Rich the Kid songs, are songs with features, and even then they're not that long. I think the song with Offset is, if it's over 2 minutes, it's barely. You know? Why? And that's a good song, by the way. Offset does a pretty good job on there. Features carry this album, which is kind of funny. He had a feature from every single Migo, but not on the same song. All three on different songs. That Young Bands guy, I hope he never drops music again. Peso Pluma, never drop music again. You know, he got his Rich got his Kanye feature, which sucked. I think his verse, like him and Ty Dolla $ign's verse on that "Give Me a Second 2" song, not that good. The Kanye fall off should really be studied. Like I hate on albums for being too long. Like, right? So y'all might call me a hypocrite, but also I realize whenever it doesn't feel complete. 17 songs, by the way, for Rich the Kid, never do that, okay? Not a good idea. But why is it only 39 minutes? It feels unfinished. And for Rich the Kid, Rich the Kid can probably make a song in about 10 minutes. Like, the production is so uninteresting. It feels like glorified type beats almost. Like, it's crazy. It's such I don't even think I wrote that as a note. Oh yeah, I did. It's at the end. Yeah, it sounds like glorified type beats, like just heavy 808s, heavy hi-hats over and over and over and over again. You cannot tell me that you did not make this album in less than 2 or 3 weeks. A month. Max. Like, you can't. And the only reason you could tell me it took a month is you recorded like a frick ton of songs and you just picked 17 out of a hat, put some features on them. You know? It's weird. And I'm not even saying that it's all bad songs. The song with Chief Keef ain't bad. Rich the Kid part is not good, but Chief Keef kind of does really good. Bia does pretty good on that song. Like Yoga, I think that's the song she's on. Quavo, none of the Migos do bad. They're all three on separate songs. But it's a 2 out of 10. It's the best example of a 2, honestly. 2.